What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. 'Tis the season, the dawning is upon us with some all new loot, especially like you see right here, the new Stay Frosty pulse rifle, Kinetic Stasis. This thing is absolutely insane for both PvP, PvE, especially in my opinion in that PvP realm. It absolutely eats right now the way the meta plays out. Pairing it with a shotgun, something like that, absolutely insane. So we're going to show you guys what the god rolls, I think, for both PvP, PvE are, with some gameplay in the background for y'all, because like I said, absolutely love this thing. But before we get into both of those rolls, going over how to get and farm the weapon to the best of the ability for the god rolls. Now you have to do this at Eva Levante on the tower. She has the ability in those upgrades to focus from a gift in return that you get from giving cookies into the pulse rifle. You have to have that and Dawning Spirit. Now there are other upgrades that give the drops from these extra perks in their slots, so you want to get those upgrades as fast as you can, so when you're pulling them out of the focusing from Eva, you have a chance at getting the god rolls, maybe even one that has everything on it that we need. So it's a very good way to farm some high rolls with this and a lot of different varieties of perks. So starting off right here, we're going to have a small bore on this for that stability and range, so we can absolutely map people with this. We're going to have ricochet rounds in the second column again for that range and stability, because this thing, like I said, absolutely eats, especially once we get the procced perks in our fourth column. Now in the third column we have a couple options. Tunnel Vision right here, reloading after defeating a target, greatly increases target acquisition and reduces your ADS speed. So once you get a defeat, especially if we're pairing it with Kill Clip or Desperado, which is going to be our fourth column, pairs perfectly with that synergy, and you get that extra aim assist and you get that super fast ADS. You could also go with Killing Wind, so final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range, and handling for a short period of time. So this is also nice that it pairs with both of the perks that we have after we get final blows. We have an increase to a bunch of these different traits for mobility, range, and handling, and with this weapon, being able to switch on and off of it with that increased handling is super clutch for continuing to get those defeats. Now there's two options again in my opinion for this in the fourth column. We have Desperado and Kill Clip. So Desperado, after reloading after a precision funnel blow, the increase of fire rate goes up, and let me tell you, once you get Desperado procced with something like Tunnel Vision, this thing will eat, and you can go on some terrors inside 6s in Crucible, or even inside of 3s when you're going through. Get one of those defeats, you're gonna blow through the other two of those guardians that you're going up against. So it's a very clutch perk, and it shoots super fast. Love seeing this on different weapons besides just the messenger and a couple others. We're also going to have Kill Clip as an option, so kind of the same thing. After reloading, we get a nice 33% damage increase. So once you get that defeat, reload, and then you absolutely just start mapping people with this pulse rifle. Definitely going to be my go-to going into trials, Iron Banner, stuff like that in the future here for that kinetic slot. Very good pulse rifle. Moving on to the PvE God Roll, where this thing has some beautiful stasis synergy to it, as well as some nice damage on champions. First off, for our barrel, we're going to go with Corkscrew Rifling, jack of all trades here, with stability, range, and handling that it enhances for our weapon. Now in our second column, always a couple choices with magazines. Never go with extended in my personal opinion because of that -20 to the reload. So I always go with like appended mag or tactical mag, because it still gives us a buff to the magazine without giving us a negative in the reload speed section. So having that +6 extra shots, that's 2 extra bursts in this pulse rifle, that does come in handy in the PvE realm. So you want to have as many bullets as you can inside of that magazine. Next off in our third column, we have a couple options again. I do like Encore on this, so Final Blows stacks stability, range, and accuracy for this weapon. Precision Final Blows grant more, so when you're in your PvE realm wiping out ads with this stacks up and it just feels so crisp and so nice in your hands. There isn't much bounce to it, and it just seems like it's a very, very consistent weapon for ad clear and management, as well as breaking some of those shields on champions that we have this season. You can also go with something like Thresh if you wanted for super energy, or in my personal opinion, well-rounded is my second choice of perks right here. Throwing a grenade or hitting a target with a charged melee grants bonus stability, handling, and range. Just another thing in the PvE realm with all the 3.0 subclass, we're able to have our grenades and charged melees up a lot, so getting well-rounded procced isn't too hard to do. Now moving on to our fourth column, we do have a stacked loadout of perks inside of this column, with a couple that really pique my interest. In Headstone for that synergy with getting those precision final blows, creating stasis crystals. We pair that with our stasis subclass, pairing it with something that gives us a bunch of those stasis crystals that count as elemental wells. So it's a very good synergy and halting enemies in their position, getting that shatter damage from the crystals that spawn on those defeats. Another super interesting one is Golden Tricorn, again with that stasis synergy. So Final Blows with this weapon grant bonus damage. While this buff is active, grenades and melees of the same damage type increase its damage for a duration. So when we're pairing it with something like Stasis, all your grenade and melee defeats in Stasis with Golden Tricorn are going to pair very synergetically, and it's a very good set of combo perks that we have in that last column. So definitely for me, looking for one of these in that fourth column for this weapon. And let me tell you, like I said, it absolutely slaps. So get to grinding out all those materials so you can craft a bunch of cookies for somebody, turn them all in, and then go focus all of those gifts that you get from turning in cookies at Eva so you can get a bunch of rolls of this weapon. So thank you guys so much again. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.